Dunk, a couple of lead changes in the first 4+ minutes of tonight's game. We take a peek at the Binghamton huddle, and they're hoping that they get a little momentum from that pretty big win they just had.
Yeah, an exciting win here against Stony Brook. Here's Rose driving into the hole. He knows where Beck is. Beck spots up nice on the perimeter, and he just keeps adding to his career-leading total. But getting back to the win the other day, has to build some confidence for Binghamton, has to.
Tommy Dempsey said that it was their first game that was decided by really one possession since they lost their leading scorer, J.C. Shao. Remember, he was their go-to guy before he went down with the season-ending injury. So yeah, Coach Dempsey hoping that shot by Rose goes a long way for not only Timmy Rose, but the rest of the Bearcats.
Well, you know, they were up 13 at one time, and watched that slip away with the good shooting by Stony Brook. And it's a great win to come back and hang on. Now watch underneath here, they'll look for the inbounder, which would be Hobbs after the ball comes in on the line on a little bit of slip screen or a curl. There he is curling the lane, they didn't get him.
Done. A sharpshooter from deep, and Binghamton puts pressure on him immediately.
You can't let him get off early, Dunn. Scored the first 13 points the other day.
He'll put this off, and he sinks it again.
And he feeds off that, Tim. He scored the first 13 points the other day versus Stony Brook on his way to 16 in the first half. And the only reason he didn't score more is because he got in foul trouble. He had to sit.
He has had some huge buckets for this Hartford team. Hit the game-winning 3 against Boston College. Drilled a 3-pointer in overtime against Niagara, game broadcasted nationally on our family of ESPN networks. Atia broke it up, but the Bearcats will keep it.
You know, shooters, Tim, they feed off their makes too. Once you make 1 or 2, you start to feel like you cannot miss. And once you get going, some of these guys, it's twice he's made 5 this year.
Beck from the parking lot. No. Had to get it off with the shot clock.
Shot clock down to 1. He had to shoot. Beck doing a good job keeping Ross out of the lane.
Atia through Rodriguez, and a foul against Rodriguez. Hassan Atia, 6'10", 270 out of Alexandria, Egypt. And while he's chipped in a whole lot on defense, his offense is coming along recently.
Yeah, they need him to get more minutes too. Coach Gallagher wants to get him up to 30 or so. He's only averaging 19 minutes a game. With that size and that strength, they need more minutes out of him.
He gets the friendly bounce. Gallagher said on a number of occasions early in the season, Atia would pick up 2 fouls in the first half, but he was almost forced to put him on the bench. And now Gallagher's almost resigned to the fact that he's just going to have to play with 2 fouls in the first.
You know, and there's 2 halves in the ball game. So if you get 2 in the first half, you need 3 in the second half. So you could get 3 in the first half and 2 in the second half. So it really doesn't matter. So he sooner or later is going to have to learn how to play with fouls.
Atia goes 1 of 2. 2-point Hartford lead. Jakob from deep. That's good. He has been a breath of fresh air for the Bearcats offense.
You know, talk about shooter's mentality. He's in the game for 1 possession, the first touch, and he drills it.
Jakob had missed 4 of 5 games because of a concussion. Atia with a nice move, but Bruce comes back to block him. Rips the rebound down. And it will be Binghamton ball. A big battle between 2 guys that carry a lot of weight.
Great job by Thomas Bruce. Return to sender. And then he gets him again on the rebound. Atia a little frustrated by the block. Picks up the foul.
By the way, if you're wondering, 163 combined inches and 495 combined pounds in that battle.
That's an interesting matchup to watch, that's for sure.
Well, Atia takes a seat, and with the lane open, Farad Muhammad takes it to the hole.
Boy, good job by Muhammad. Right past Ross, looking for some help. Little late getting over there.
And herein lies the rub for Hartford. Atia takes a seat. Binghamton sends it right to the lane, and they pick up the easy bucket.
Now, see, they don't have a force inside now, you know. That's crucial for Hartford. They need to keep him on the floor. You see how small they are now with this lineup, Hartford. So you would think Binghamton would try to work things inside on the offensive end. Binghamton should control the defensive glass as well.
Carroll opts to set up Hobbs with an easier look.
Good high-low game there by Hartford.
Everson Davis, Farhan Muhammad have seen their minutes cut down in conference play. They're both on the floor now. A little bit of a smaller look for the Bearcats. Perovich, left hand, he's got it.
Good job by Dusan Perovich taking Carroll to the basket.
Why the three-guard setup right now, Doug, for the Binghamton Bearcats?
Well, you can afford to with Hassan, because Hartford is small too, but you wanted to get some guys some playing time with Jakob, Everson Davis, and Muhammad. Plus you get some shooters into the game, you get some people involved early. Most coaches would try to use 8 or 10 guys in the first half, see who's playing well, and then maybe cut it back to 7 in the second half or so. That'd be the ideal situation.
Jakob hit one from deep earlier. He tries again, but puts it a little strong. The Hawks trail by 4. Dusan Perovich blocked the pass. Turnover Hartford. Jakob, handoff Perovich. The 3-ball off the mark.
You like that if you're Binghamton trying to get a 3-in transition, spotting up, trailing in rhythm.
Ross cuts to the baseline and hits the leaner. A smooth-looking shot from Ross.
Excellent shooter, loves the pull-up. He can score.
That was Willie Rodriguez, lying to the scorer's table, ready to check back into this game. And there's Everson Davis. Blagojevich fumbled, but his Hawks recover anyway. This to put Hartford on top by a point. Hobbs off the mark. Binghamton kept it alive though. Davis somehow stayed in bounds.
Perovich with good position inside, tipped it. Bobby Ahern picks up the foul inside.
It'll be Hartford ball when we come back. Dusan Perovich doing the work in the lane.